All right, squad, welcome back to the channel. Today I have probably the most requested video I have gotten since Vanguard came out. My search and destroy classes and settings. I hope you enjoy. Leave a like if you do. And if you are new to the channel as well, according to me, to analytics, 65% of you currently watching the videos are not subscribed to the channel. If you're part of that 65%, do me a favor and hit that sub button and join the squad. We're on that road to 100,000 subscribers. With that being said, let's go over the best SnD classes in Vanguard. All right, so before I get into this, I gotta say, first off, what works for me may not work for you. If you absolutely hate my classes, that's great. You don't have to use them. I'm just showing you what I use, and I'm gonna tell you why I use it, and you're welcome to use it, and you're welcome not to use it. Simple as that. Also, there has been no weapon tuning on Vanguard yet. I have waited to make this video for Season 1 to come out because I thought for sure we'd get a massive weapon tuning update with Season 1, and we didn't. So I'm just gonna go ahead, rip the band-aid off, make this video. If in the near future they end up making an update that does a lot of weapon tuning, then I will come back and make this video again. I plan on making this video multiple times throughout the year, but if in the next couple weeks they just go out of limb and update the game, which odds are I'll post this video and they'll update it the day after, right? Well, I will update this video as quickly as I can after that update happens. But until then, current state of Vanguard Season 1. I'm recording this on the day Season 1 has came out. This is my classes. Starting things off with my main rifle class, we have the rifle that I really hoped was going to get nerfed today, but it did not. We have the STG class setup. We have the F8 stabilizer, 760 barrel, slate reflector, folding stock, focus, fully loaded, fabric grip, Russian short mags, lengthened ammo type, stripe, angled underbarrel. I kind of have this set up as kind of like I want it to be mobile, but I still want it to be an assault rifle. This is the ADS head glitch and absolutely sweat when I have to weapon, which I do not have gold yet. I would like to add, I have not gotten this gun gold yet. I am very close, though I will say I literally need one challenge and it's done, but I still, for the record, do not have a gold SGG on Vanguard yet. So yeah, I have not used it that much. I avoid using this gun as much as I can, but it is super good. Things to note about this class setup. Personally, I go F8 stabilizer over recoil booster. A lot of people like the recoil booster. I prefer the damage range over that because I tend to just stick with long range gunfights as much as I can. For this weapon, go with the stripe angled for accuracy instead of going with the carver grip or the hand stop for recoil control. I prefer just like the straight accuracy and aiming stability that you get from the angled grip. Russian short mags, of course. Lengthened ammo type. Lengthened is the absolute win. I have that on almost every single one of my guns. Bullet velocity is king. And then we've also run the focus proficiency because after the vital nerf, we can't run focus or we can't run vital with Russian rounds anymore. So we're running focus for the flinch resistance, which has always been a good option for gunfights in Call of Duty. And then fully loaded is the last one because why not, really? You know, I can wallbang. All right, perk setup. When it comes to my classes game, you'll notice they're all very similar. And we have gotten some new perks today that I have tested out, and I got to talk about them. So first things first, my secondary, I have the knife on all of my classes. You could run pistols on the rifle classes because you're not going to be rushing as heavy. But if you're going to rush, the knife is the way to go. With the knife, you get longer attack sprint than you would if the pistol. A lot of people have asked me if pistol is faster than the knife. I have tested it, and no, the pistol is not faster than the knife, even with the boosting attachments. And for one reason and one reason only, the knife gets longer attack sprint, and attack sprint is king, which is also why I run double time over lightweight. Due to the attack sprint delay in search and destroy, you can't use the stim shot to reset your tactical sprint until the tack delay for the tactical equipment is off. And once that is off, you can use it. And with double time and a knife, once you run attack sprint, the knife is like right around the time when the timer runs out and you can stem it. So it's almost perfectly timed. So you gotta run double time and a knife to make that happen properly, which is why I run it on all of my classes. Comes to perk 2, on my rifles, I prefer piercing vision. I like high alert. It's OP as hell and always a good option, but piercing vision I actually kind of like. I know there isn't really a huge point in running piercing vision on a gun without FMJ. Like an LMG is really all you want piercing vision for, but I don't know what it is, but just when I start gunfights long range with piercing vision, it is just helpful to see which direction the enemies go. It helps me time when they're going to re-peek and stuff like that. And when I'm playing long range with the rifle, I just kind of prefer to have it overall. It's honestly more of a preference thing. High alert is probably overall the best perk to run this game, no matter what. The new perk intuition is also good. It's solid, but intuition is literally 6 cents from Black Ops 3. If you remember Sixth Sense from Black Ops 3 or the acoustic sensor from Black Ops 4, it essentially does the same thing as that. And that's good, but it's basically just like a dumbed down version of high alert. I'd much prefer having high alert than being able to get to register there's an enemy near me that's like close by if they're like on the other side of a wall for me. I'd rather just know when an enemy is looking at me at all times. High alert's the way to go. But piercing vision on the rifle classes is kind of just my preference thing more than anything. It's not really great to run on a rifle class because I'm not going to wallbang as much. It's much better for an LMG, but like I said, when challenging and seeing where enemies are going to go after I challenge and they run away, that little second I get of piercing vision before they disappear is just helpful and me continuing the challenge if I want to decide to push them. Third perk, cold-blooded, always cold-blooded. We have to counter high alert. Now they did add a new perk, Serpentine, which is decent. It's honestly most helpful against a sniper, but against a full auto, it's not as helpful. It only adds like an extra bullet or so on how long it takes you to kill. If you guys have not seen this perk before, it's a new perk, Serpentine. It makes you, when you're sprinting, you take less damage. And as a rusher like me, you'd think that'd be really good. And I think it's pretty solid. Like, honestly, it's a good perk. And if high alert wasn't a problem, I'd probably be running Serpentine without a doubt. This would be my next choice to cold-blooded, would be Serpentine. It's a good perk, but I still think because of how good high alert is, I gotta go with cold-blooded. I just do. If high alert at some point gets nerfed or something else counters it, or just in some way, shape, or form they make high alert worse, I'd switch to Serpentine instantly. I think it's a really good option. If you don't want to run cold-blooded, run Serpentine. Ninja, honestly, it's great. It's always a good option, the silent footsteps, but honestly, I don't think you need it. I don't think you need it. I'd much prefer cold-blooded. I'd rather counter high alert than have ninja because I can ADS walk and crouch walk completely silent, and with double time I crouch walk fast. That combination, I don't really feel like I need ninja this game. There's never really points this game where I think to myself, I absolutely need ninja. Between weapons that have unmarked as a proficiency and having dead silence as a field upgrade, I don't really feel like I need it, so I never really run ninja on my classes. I get asked that all the time. I prefer running cold-blooded, and I take Serpentine as well. Either one of these I think are great options to run. Ninja, not really helpful, to be honest with you. There's not really a huge necessity for it. Next up, we have got the sweaty SMG class. We have the MP40, which I stand by being not meta. It technically is meta, but I still think the Type 100 is my personal favorite. If I'm going to go try hard, I feel more comfortable with the Type 100, but MP40, amazing SMG. Let's get into the class setup. So attachments-wise, I rock the recoil booster, carbon foregrip, 8mm Kurs, lengthened ammo type, fabric grip, unmarked proficiency, quick kicked, 33mm folding stock, the large iron sights, whatever it's called, the last iron sight you unlock, and then the 317 barrel for my MP40 class setup. Knife secondary, of course, we're in cold-blooded, high alert, double time for rushing. This is the absolute trifecta perks for rushing, in my opinion. Like I said, Serpentine, good option, but I still think I prefer cold-blooded. Serpentine's really solid, but I wish I could just run Serpentine. To be honest, I wish I could just run Serpentine, but I gotta counter high alert. I gotta counter high alert. High alert's too OP. And then Ninja, again, not worth running in my opinion. It's good. It's not a bad option to go with. It's just, Ninja's the safe option, but I think cold-blood's the way to go. Now, lethal and stim. Of course, we're running stim for our tactical for that rushing, but lethal, I get asked this a lot. Why do I run demolition charge? Honestly, this is one of those things that comes down to preference. I like the demolition charge. The gamma bomb's easily the best equipment to run in this game. Easily. But the demolition charge, I don't know. I kind of like it. It's satisfying to use. It doesn't feel OP to me. And so, honestly, I just kind of like to run it. The gamma bomb always is one of those things that really, really, really pisses me off, so I don't run it nearly that much. I kind of go back and forth between the two, but demo charge, I just kind of like. Honestly, I don't really have much reasoning for it. I just kind of like running the demolition charge. Next up, Type 100, probably my favorite SMG. I use this gun a lot. I can't decide. There's a lot, I like the SMGs a lot in this game. Type 100's up there. We have got the F8 stabilizer for it, the 134mm rapid barrel, which I made a video breaking down my whole explanation as to why I run the rapid barrel of the Type 100, but rapid barrel for the win. I much prefer it over the other barrels that people like to run. They give it more accuracy. This thing's insane. It feels like an AS valve with the rapid barrel. Slate reflector, skeletal stock, unmarked quick kit, fabric grip, Russian short, and then the lengthened ammo type, ending it off with the hand stop. Now we have got the Tommy gun, the SMG I probably use the most this game. I love that 50-round drum. We have got the 8mm 50 round for it, lengthened ammo type, fabric grip, frenzy proficiency, quick kit, adjustable stock, no optic whatsoever. The cooling barrel, SMLE pistol grip, and the F8 stabilizer. A lot of people like to run the recoil booster over stabilizer, but personally, I don't like the amount of recoil that the recoil booster adds. I kind of prefer it with the stabilizer, the extra accuracy and damage range, because I'm actually able to get quite a bit of range out of this setup. Next up, we have the PPSH, the only weapon that I like Diamond Camo on. We have got the F8 stabilizer, the Zach 300mm barrel, skeletal stock, tight grip, quick kits, taped grip, Russian short mags, lengthened ammo type, and the Carver foregrip to finish it out. Next up, we have my sniper class. I like to overkill Type 100 with the sniper. It's just the personal preference because Type 100 is fleet, which leaves me the weapon swap quickness to help me swap to the sniper a bit quicker. Overall, same setup on the classes: high alert, cold-blooded, overkill instead of double time, demo charge stim, and then the attachment on the car. I do not have the car absolutely maxed out. Only one other thing I want for it, I believe, is the SMLE pistol grip. That's the only thing I really want for the car. Besides that, this is the setup. I don't believe there's a mag that I'd really like to run on this gun. Honestly, I kind of prefer the default look. Just need that pistol grip. But besides that, we run the short stock, unmarked, deep breath, fabric grip, 560mm, and the L brake. Finally, we have hit my favorite weapon of Vanguard, overall favorite gun for sure. This gun is the most satisfying thing to use. We have the Auto Matan with the beautiful gold camo. Class setup, we got the F8 stabilizer, Anastasia sniper barrel, slate reflector, skeletal stock, frenzy proficiency, fully loaded, fabric grip, the 50 round 8mm. We have the lengthened ammo type and the hand stop to finish it out. I absolutely love this gun. If you've not tried this setup, use it. It's such a fun class to use. This gun's so satisfying. It's the better M13. I absolutely love this gun. And on this one in particular, different from the STG, I run high alert on this one because this gun has no wall pen whatsoever. So I run high alert on it because I tend to play a bit more aggressive. I don't sit back as much with it, so I usually go high alert. The guns I can wall pen just a little bit with, I usually run the piercing vision on. Like the STG, I can usually get a little bit of wall pen out of in some spots, but overall, once I get the piercing vision thing, it just kind of depends on how I want to play. If I'm going to sit back more, I tend to go with piercing vision. If I'm going to push up, I tend to go with high alert. All right, field upgrades for this game. Dead silence. If you run anything else, what are you doing? Dead silence. Cool. Kill streaks. I usually run UAV, bombing run, and then the flame knot. That's like the main three. Sometimes I'll run dogs, but to me, a lot of the time, I call in dogs and like the round's already over by the time I'm allowed to call them in. And rushing up to calling the flame knot once I reach their spawn is kind of my favorite thing to do. Bombing run, I love this streak when it's not killing me. It is super good. I hate that I have to hide when I call it in, but every time I call it in, it usually gets me 3 or 4 kills. It is a really, really nice streak to run in search. I don't really like the glide bomb. I don't really like it. It just feels kind of useless to me. Not worth waiting the 15 seconds to call in my opinion. All right, moving on to my settings. I'm just gonna flip through them. I'm not gonna go too crazy over the details. Most of my settings, like I've said before, it's all personal preference. Don't let anybody tell you that there is a set sensitivity you should run on everything. There really isn't. It is what works for me might not work for you. Run what you want to run when it comes to your sensitivity and whatnot, but you guys always ask, so I'm gonna go in and just show you guys all of my settings in the game. The only thing I do want to note that is important to run is for audio, run night mode. Night mode, if you want a sound whore, is the absolute best thing to run. If you have a headset, run night mode. Don't run headphones. A lot of people run headphones. It's not as good. Night mode is the way to go if you want to sound her footsteps for sure. But anyways, I'm just going to flip through all my settings, all my keybinds, all of it for those interested, including my controller settings for any of you guys that would like to see. Last thing to add, I run 800 DPI on my mouse for those of you KBM kids wondering. But anyways, that is it for the video. I try to get through it as quickly and as concise as I possibly could have. I do my best every time, and every time there's always something I miss. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I will answer as many as I possibly can. If there's anything I didn't mention in this video, or a class setup for a weapon that I might did not show in this video, feel free to ask me. I will do my best to answer as many as I can. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy. Leave a like if the video helps, and I will catch you on the next one. Seek and Destroy is Pacificer.